Hi, I am Yesenia Prieto, and I am in my senior year at Texas State University. For this summer semester social work coursework, I had the opportunity to complete my 50 hours of volunteering at Todos Juntos Learning Center, an organization based in Austin, Texas. Let me tell you a little bit about that experience. So, since they were established in 2009, Todos Juntos Learning Center's mission has been to support the academic and social well-being of immigrant and refugee families through education, empowerment, and community support. Todos Juntos is able to accomplish this mission through their core programs of adult education, early childhood education, parent and child education, and wellness and health and wellness access program. So the population that Todos Juntos serves is primarily Central Texas newcomers, English language learners, and their children, and immigrant and refugee families. So to delve into the demographics of the clients, last year, uh, Todos Juntos saw about 93% Latino ethnicities and about 6% Asian and 1 to 2% of other ethnicities. The chart also shows the diversity in the population that attends Todos Juntos. So you can see that students come from around the world. Majority of their clients are also female, while there are some males and some who consider themselves non-binary. And the adults are usually aged between 21 to 65 years old, with the average being about 37 years old. Also, majority of the clientele live below the poverty line and are considered low-income households. So in my time at TJ, I was able to learn a little bit about the goals that they have for themselves setting going forward. One of those is the expansion of programming and career pathways to be able to serve more clients and to be able to build relationships and partnerships with outside organizations that they maybe haven't worked with in the past. TJ is also looking to revamp their evaluation tools to be able to better serve the children of immigrant backgrounds and with bilingual brain development. TJ wants to stick to their commitment to be able to continue offering livable wages and comprehensive benefits to their staff, 80% of which have either graduated through the program or have lived experiences as immigrant or refugees themselves. And lastly, maybe more urgently, TJ is looking to secure a permanent facility to call their home in Central Texas to be able to provide the services that they do to all the zip codes. So why does TJ do what they do? Well, some of those stats are quoted here on the slide. But moreover, the City of Austin Early Childhood Council reports that 34,000 children under the age of 6 in Austin live in households below the income line, 90% of them being children of color. Out of those 34,000, only 39% are considered kindergarten ready. Kindergarten ready is a predictor showing what's going to happen in the third grade reading level, high school graduation, justice system involvement, college perseverance, and ultimately their adult earning potential. So, community investment in dual generation programs, such as the one at TJ, results not only in more successful individuals and their families, but significant economic benefits for the community as well. So, where does Todos get their funding? Well, majority of funding comes from foundations, corporations, event revenue, in-kind services, individual donations, and the smallest percentage comes from government grants, due to government grants requiring a lot of eligibility to live in the United States or work in the United States, which is not the case of the population that Todo serves. They do operate as a nonprofit 501c3. So let me talk to you a little bit about the actual TJ program. So the first is the adult education program. So through the adult education program, when adults enroll into TJ, they become ACC students, Austin Community College, and they have access to 5 distinct levels of ESL instruction, as well as to access to TJ services and the resources offered through the general ACC population, such as citizenship classes and workforce development. So the early childhood ed or what they call the escuelita or little school in English, is a part of TJ's model that prioritizes supporting education 2 generations at a time. The licensed high quality early childhood education program uses evidence based curriculum to prepare the children with language and social emotional skills that they need to become school ready and for school success. So, TJ tries to meet the children where they are and holistically assess them and the program by working with the needs of the whole child, the family, the parent included. Then there's the Mi Familia and Me, the parent and child program. So My Family and Me. It uses a popular education approach to engage the parents in learning to become their child's first and most influential teacher, a key factor in school success. So through their curriculum, the parents are able to learn about child development, engage in learning moments that honor their culture, and value their shared lived experiences. It definitely prioritizes time to create opportunities for peer-to-peer support and to share parenting skills, parenting tips. So the health and wellness program, which is where I volunteered this summer, is what they call saludables juntos, so healthy together. It provides wraparound services for enrolled families through Saludables, TJ brings on-site health-focused services and networks of support to support the students and their families. The primary focus of this program is to support access to quality and culturally relevant mental health services, support access to quality and affordable healthcare, and to address basic needs such as food insecurity, housing insecurity, and access to dignified modern technology. So some of the highlights of my time at TJ. So definitely volunteering at TJ was great. I got to meet a lot of people, and I got to really work closely one-on-one with families. Obviously, in data collection, there's a lot of personal questions that are asked, so I got to really know families. The highlights of my time were on the first volunteer day, I was able to table at the Del Valley Day event and code. So I learned about tabling and kind of talking to people and networking with other organizations to say, hey, we'll send your people my way or we'll send our people your way, that type of deal. Um, Another really fun time this summer was coordinating the swim classes. So we were able to set people up with their scheduled times, let them know where they needed to go. And a few times we were able to go down and see the swim classes in action and provide basic necessities, towels, sunscreen, and again, lots of data collection. And so most memorable, I think, was probably the Candlelight Ranch Retreat, which about 12 families were able to go each day to go ziplining and wall climbing and do a number of outdoor activities at the ranch. And so we were able to kind of conquer our fear of heights together. So some of the duties I had to do from volunteering were your typical clerical office work, copying, stapling, those types of things. I was able to network with lots of other organizations. I did tons of data collection. I was able to assist in outings, which was really fun. I did shadow and sit in on some case management services. I made lots of phone calls to schedule and confirm appointments, and I looked over all of TJ's policies, reviewed them, saw what was different, what had changed, and then I asked my questions. So potential gaps in service that I noticed was possibly that because TJ has to adhere to ACC's regulations, who then have to adhere to federal higher ed policies, is that because they require certain documentation for those clients who aren't able to provide the documentation, there may be a gap in service. I also thought maybe hours of service because TJ ends their day about 3 p.m. There might still be a population who needs help after that. And then only in-person options are available. That's probably something that has changed over COVID. And then they possibly could exclude children who can't enroll with their legal guardian or parent because they don't have. Uh, and that is all for me. Thank you so much. I hope you got to learn a little bit about Todos Juntos. I enjoyed my time there. Thanks.